So here's the story. Yesterday I went and filmed this guy Paul Geyser. He's like the Superman of electric scooters and bicycles. He's an architect, but he's turned his office also into a showroom for these electric bikes and scooters, and he's like a true believer. This was the last car they had, a gas-guzzling minivan that I'm driving all over the place. I've already spent $40 in gas, and I'm renting it for $200 a week. I am returning this minivan. I'm going to see if what Paul Geyser is saying it really works for someone who's, you know, working and commuting every day. My first stop was to borrow a scooter from Paul Geyser. It goes about 37 miles an hour. 37 miles. I'm commuting about 4 miles per day right now. Right. Will that 4 miles each way, so that's about 8 miles. Does that mean I basically don't have to charge it for 4 days? That's right. And it'll hold those charges between days. Okay. Paul told me that a few times when he's been out on one of his electric bikes, he has run out of juice before he could get home to charge. He said that then he starts looking for outdoor outlets. What's the kind of like ethic of that? Like,
well, the proper etiquette is that you
ask to use electric.
I ask to use. If I can't ask, I put a quarter in the envelope and flip it in the mail slot.
Really? So I'm returning this in a little bit, but for now I'm gonna run my first errand, which is dry cleaning. Whoa. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I probably would have driven this distance. It's only a short distance. And another thing that's cool about these is, according to Paul Geyser, it's legal to park on the sidewalk. Now here's my dry cleaning. I pull it out of this little area here. Okay. This is dry cleaning. And your last name? Rubin, Joe Rubin. Joe Rubin? Yeah. I have to say, it is fun. At a dime to charge up for 40 miles, the equivalent of 1,000 miles per gallon. If you feel the fresh air and the breeze, it's going pretty fast.
Do you feel safe?
I feel safe right now. Do you feel safe, camera woman?
Yeah, I feel safe.
The time that I don't feel safe is when there's a lot of traffic and it's congested, and you don't know if you should go to the right of cars or just stay behind them, and I'm not used to that, and it's not fun. I did it yesterday, like around rush hour, and it was not fun at all. From people I've spoken to for this story, one of the things they've explained to me is that it's these cold starts, these short distances that cars drive, just maybe even half a mile or a mile, that's one of the most polluting factors of driving. There's no cold start here. It's a zero emission vehicle, so I'm not actually polluting by driving. So it could be a good thing. This particular scooter is made by a German company called Emax. I did find it got less than the advertised 40-mile range. Sure, I had a few hills, but unless you live in Iowa, most people do. Like Paul Geyser, I started noticing electric outlets everywhere. This one in the Discovery garage was particularly useful. I tried out several other of Paul Geyser's electric bikes. This high-tech bike costs around $3,000. It's interesting because it can go up to 27 miles an hour, but you can also pedal it like a regular bike and still get some exercise. But what about me? Should I convince my wife that we should invest in some sort of electric bike? For some answers, I turned to a local authority. You're sort of the equivalent of the mayor of Bethesda, Maryland, and I just wanted to get your expert opinion.
This is a good alternative. It may not be for everyday use, but it would certainly get you out. It offers the opportunity for you to pedal on a regular basis. And then when you get just a little bit tired, or a couple of those big hills that are coming up on you, need to get over, you just press the button and you're up over top of those hills.
But I'm a fairly young guy. I shouldn't need that, right?
Shouldn't need it, no.
Yeah.
You may not need something like this, but a bike would be a good alternative to driving your car.
I think what you're saying to me is, it's a lot, this is a cool toy, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, and it's a cool toy. SUVs are cool toys too.
Exactly. Well, one of the things about smart growth is to be able to live where you work. And if you look all around in any of these communities in the metropolitan Washington area, that's the alternative that people are really trying to.
So I'm also thinking about where I should live. So you're saying it's not just important what I'm driving, but also where I'm living, because I could maybe walk to work.
Absolutely.
Paul Geiser believes that while his electric bikes might not be for everyone, he does think they could help millions of Americans. He points to all those people who take short trips or commute driving alone. For Discovery News, I'm Joe Rubin.